it's me, Mike Harmon, and I am back with episode 4 of the ModTech Minute. Today, I'm going to show you the Delta Go. The Delta Go can be found for about $350. It is in a Delta printer, which means that it has the arms and it moves in a circular fashion as it builds up, instead of the linear that we find on the normal printers like the A8 and all my MakerSpace printers. The Delta Go currently runs off an SD card because I'm using the Kira 3.1 software. The old Kira 15.4.06, I could run it off USB. I have adapted to this new format where I slice it over at my main machine, I bring the card over, and I simply plug in the SD card and power it up. It does work quite well. The printer is super efficient, it's fast. It just works out of the box. If you do need support, they've got an awesome forum, which I used back when we first got it. And right now, when you buy it, it comes with this new hot end setup. The original setup was different. It had a different kind of rails. They were magnetic, and they popped off a little bit. But this got upgraded last spring, and if you buy one currently, you get the version that you're seeing right here. There are differences when you use a Delta printer. I've got prints that turn out better because of the way it slices on a Delta printer versus the linear printer. I've also got other prints that I can do on a linear printer, and they just flat out don't work on the Delta Go. But for a classroom, if you wanted to simply get started, $350 is a great number. It has the ability to do 10 centimeters by 10 centimeters in every direction, and it can go up about 10 centimeters as well. So you can do a decent sized project. The actual numbers are a little larger than that, but I always try and stay in that 10 centimeter barrier. The Delta Go uses a Bowden system, so the filament starts here and then gets pushed out to the hot end. That makes that much lighter, so it's easier to move and there's less vibrations. That may be part of what helps out the quality so that it turns out so good. It is also mesmerizing to watch. Seeing the way it moves across as it designs or builds what you design is mesmerizing for both kids and adults. They do recommend that you use Hatchbox filament, which does cost me a little bit more, but I do find that that quality is good as well. So, the Delta Go is a great printer. Highly recommend it. Real cool right out of the box. Does still cost twice as much as the A8 that I snagged from GearBest. Although once again, I did have to upgrade this to get it to keep the bed the way I wanted. But right now I am printing ABS just like I wanted to. You can see it's attached. It's a totally different mechanism. Here's the linear instead of the way the Delta was going in a circular fashion. But it is just almost impossible to beat $150 for a printer. This over here is what 15.04 of Kira looks like. You can see that it's connected via USB. So I've just got a cable and I'm sending all the codes to it. I could put an SD card in this as well and run it offline, but I prefer being able to cancel and halt and all the other things that I'm able to with the old 15.04 versus having to put it on an SD card at the moment. Well, friends, a moment ago I gave you a look at Kira 15.04.06. This is Kira 3.1, which I'm using with the Delta Go. It is quite different, way more updated. You can see in the settings that I have got the Delta Go set up. It has a profile built in, so you really don't have to do anything funky. You just say, I want that printer the first time that you launch it. Kira is also free, which is really cool. To choose a print, you simply hit Open a File. I've got a folder where all my files are stored, and right now I'd like to show you one of the cool tops that I had a student create. This is Toppy Top by Gavin. This was designed in Tinkercad, and you can see that it is a pretty neat design. He cut out these little swirls, which made his unique to everybody else's. He did make one slight mistake. As we built, I taught them to make the cones build off each other, and this one was too wide. So when this prints, it actually has little danglers that we were able to cut off. The top still worked fine. He just didn't quite follow the instructions perfect. But it's cool that Kira lets us know, hey, that's unsupported. You could click Generate Support, but I chose to have the kids build them this way instead, because I wanted them to learn how to build something that didn't need supports. I do give it build plate adhesion, just because I find that works pretty well with the Delta Go, and I like to have my prints not fail. Once you got your design all chosen, you could do custom or recommended quality. I'm going to just do recommended quality, and then you hit Save to removable drive. It saves it as DGO underscore Toppy. You need to find the folder of the SD card, and then you need to rename it so that it works. And all you do is simply put on boot G-code. So it's on underscore boot.G-code. And then when you unplug the printer, put the SD card on, plug the printer back in. After about 30 seconds, it'll start printing. Once you've finished renaming it, I always click on the C drive and then right-click and choose Eject so that I can safely remove my SD card. Speaking of things, printing your own things is pretty fun, but sometimes it is way more efficient to find things on Thingiverse. I love a lot of things on Thingiverse, but one of my favorites is Muzz64 and his design. I'm going to type Muzz64 and hit search, and then I'm going to switch it so it's searching for users. Murray Clark has got 226 designs, and many of them are movable designs. They print in place, and then when you move the feet, the jaws move. There are just so many epic creations that Murray has come up with. I've followed him since I first got into Thingiverse, and he's real cool. When you talk to him, he'll help you with things that you're coming up with, and he's just got so many cool ideas. It's a ton of fun trying to find them. It's really epic checking out all the things that he's created, and then you can think about things you want to create as well. So many awesome things that you can print when you first get your printer. One thing I do when I find something I think is interesting, instead of downloading all the files, I click on the Thing Files button, and then I can check and see which design I like, and I only grab the one that I think is cool. Like I showed you earlier, I've got my STL file folder, and I just save it there, and then I've got it set up so that that STL folder is available to every machine that I print from, so I can quickly print and reprint all the different objects as quickly as and as easily as can be. When you are looking at things, it's good to double check the comments. Quite often you'll find that some don't actually work. Muzz's always work. He works real hard to make sure they're cool. But there are a lot of projects that people put together, and they're just works in progress. So you might want to double check the comments to make sure it's possible. I also have kids create their own accounts, and they like and collect the things they're interested in, so that if in my room they ever earn a free print, they can just simply go back to their likes and share that like with me and see if it's worthy of being printed in my class. Thanks for watching another episode of the ModTech Minute. If you're a company out there and you have a printer that you'd like to see demoed in a real classroom, hey, we're always there. You can track us down at hlmodtech@gmail.com. If you are a maker that's got old equipment that you're tired of and you'd like to find a home for it, we will review that and have it in our classroom as well. If you have any questions, add them in the comments. And if you're interested in giving us a chance to demo your hardware, let us know. You can find us at hlmodtech@gmail.com. Thanks for watching.